All right, everybody, Bryce here. Quick market update. Okay, enough playing around. No, actually, we've had a pretty wild start to the week. BTC bounced off a really strong support of $50,000 and has already traded as high as $55,000. So for anybody hoping that they're going to get filled at $20,000 or $25,000 per BTC, I think those guys are going to be left in the dust. And there's a lot of reasons. One of the main reasons, again, is a lot of the institutional inflows that we've been seeing. We've been talking about it day after day after day. And what we're actually seeing is on the first week of every month, typically you're having much larger moves in cryptocurrencies. And it's because these hedge funds and these mutual funds and these different investment funds that are investing in crypto for accounting purposes put new money into the market on the first of every month just for contribution windows. And so these ideas of contribution windows are really, controlling the flow of capital into the space. And so what we're seeing is a little bit of price depression towards the end of the month. And then at the very last couple of days of the end of the month, people kind of front run the institutions, if you will. And then that first week of every month of this year has so far been really rock solid. So kind of across the board. So we're looking at that. We're expecting a really, really big week, especially with all the earnings announcements that are coming out in the stock market traditional world. Again, since crypto tends to be pretty tightly correlated with risk on assets, we always look for strength in the equities market to kind of correlate strength in the crypto market. When we have strength in the dollar market or the bond market, it's going to correlate to weakness in the crypto market. So those are some themes that we're looking at. Facebook has its its earnings call today, and we're expecting the rumor mills have been churning out that Facebook is going to be launching some sort of announcement that it's going to be holding Bitcoin on its balance sheet or a little bit more involved there. So that could be some potentially really, really, really big news that can spike price pretty high. That would be a fundamentally very bullish event if Facebook was found to be accumulating crypto. But anyhow, there's a lot of news announcements. There's lots of earnings calls, and we're expecting lots of news announcements. The other group of guys who have their earnings calls this week is Walmart, and there's some other rumors that Walmart is going to be as well. Again, I'm not one to spread gossip and rumors, but I'm just listening to analysts that I like that are typically spot on. Walmart is expected actually to be incorporating Bitcoin in some capacity. So that's interesting stuff. And again, we will keep you guys posted with those become substantiated. But again, last week of April, right now, this is going to be a very big week for earnings calls, and we're expecting higher prices. The other thing, guys, like we've been talking about, Ethereum has just been crushing it, right? It's the largest altcoin by market capitalization. So we're expecting as, that, asset, which is kind of like an index almost, if you will, of altcoin strength generally, as that continues to grow, we're expecting, a higher risk appetite in cryptos, people kind of, rotating their profits from Bitcoin and some of the other altcoins into those fundamentally strong altcoins, of which, our model portfolio, we've got about 12 or 13 fundamentally strong cryptos that we're tracking and that we're swing trading and posting new buys and sells every week, as well as throughout the week. So if you guys are really interested in crypto and you guys are trying to capitalize on this market, you guys are doing yourself a big disservice if you're not subscribed to Crypt Nation. We got an offer right now, $1 2-week trial. So, pretty risk-free. What do you have to lose except $1? Come check us out, follow us, and kind of get that inside scoop of what's going on in the crypto world, how to trade, what to trade, when to trade, all that good stuff. The last thing I'll say here, which I thought was kind of interesting, was this notion that Elon Musk, his Tesla company, right, which had bought $1.5 billion with a B, $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin in February and January of this year. On their earnings calls, they announced that they had sold 10% of that, which equaled $101 million of Bitcoin they sold onto the market. And Elon Musk's kind of defense of that was like, well, why did you sell it? The idea was that he just wanted to prove to his shareholders and to his investors and to the world that Bitcoin's sufficiently liquid, right? It's very, very, very liquid that you could sell $100 million worth of this stuff over the course of a day or 2 days, and it won't really, materially impact the price in a negative way. And so he said that it was more of like an experiment than it was him changing his fundamental view of Bitcoin being a core piece of his company's future. If he did change that view, he wouldn't have just sold 10%, right? He would have sold 90% or something like that. So everything is good in crypto land. Ethereum is above all-time highs. The total 2 market cap index, which tracks the cumulative market cap of all altcoins, right? So all cryptos excluding Bitcoin, that continues to show tremendous strength. So I'm a happy camper. You should be a happy camper if you guys are deep in crypto, because we're coming out of quite a long contraction here in the markets over the past month. And May is looking like a great month for crypto. So April showers, I think, are going to bring some May flowers here in the crypto world. So stay tuned. Again, if you guys aren't already subscribed, check us out. Hit the orange button, $1, and you guys can check us out for a couple weeks.